everyone, and welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. We've got a very exciting video for you today. We're going to be taking a look at a barber knife. Well, when I say a barber knife, I mean a variation of a barber knife. And this is the original by James Barber, and you can see we have here James Barber, Sheffield and ERA, there being sort of maker's mark or trademark. And the knife was typically a half Congress, as you'd like to sort of say, pen blade and a sheep's foot. There was a couple of different blade variations. I was very lucky to pick this one up at the Sharp Show this year, last weekend. You can see it's got great snap, great action, and that trademark sort of swayed back design, but equal-ended as well, if that sort of makes sense. Now, Michael Harrison, the owner of Arthur Wright Sons, has done his very own take on this knife, and it's one of the first new Sheffield knives that we've seen for quite some time, and I'm really excited to show this with you. Now, it was released at the Sharp Show, and there was two variations, both of which are in Tufnell. Now, Tufnell is vintage micarta, so the first variation of micarta, somewhere around the 40s and 50s, it was sort of introduced. It's very dense, it's very sort of tough and strong, and you can see the different layers here. If I show you, just like micarta, you got the different sort of stepping where it's contoured round. Now, these are introduced with a sheep's foot and a lamb's foot, and I think they are absolutely fantastic. As I said, introduced at the Sharp Show this year. Now, there is an order placed with the famous Sheffield shop. Now, they're not there yet. They will be made up and arrive there in due course, and I will let you guys know once that's sort of happening. But, I mean, just look at this thing. I love that it's bare head, so you've got no balsas either end. You see you've got nickel pins, brass pins. Beautiful lamb's foot blade on this one. And you can see the sort of the where it's been taken from. If I just get the sheep's foot blade out and compare it to the sheep's foot one, we can see the sort of the characteristic similar sort of styling. So obviously you get a full-size sheep's foot on the Arthur Wright version. Still waiting for a name confirmation. I'm not sure if they're going for Barber or a different spelling of it, or if Michael's going to pick his own name completely. So that will be updated in due course as well. And you can see it's slightly less suede as well with the Arthur Wright version. You can see that there. Apologies, my hands are filthy. I've been working on knives all morning. You can see you've got the really deep, rich, dark colouring of that Tufnell. And nice, slender gentleman's knife as well. Perfect fit and finish. Brass liners, you've got that carbon steel spring, C70 carbon steel blade. We have the Arthur Wright and Sons Sheffield, England tang stamp, and listen to this. Beautiful snap on both of these as well. No half stop, nice cam tang. Beautiful centering on both. Overall, I am just absolutely blown away by the quality of these things, and this Tufnell it's superb. Now, these are actually inverted commas green knives as well, because these Tufnells are sort of offcuts that Ashley, Michael's son, gets from overseas. So it has repurposed handle material on there as well, which is great for the environment rather than getting rid of all that stuff. It's lovely to see that they're doing that as well. That lamb's foot, that is honestly the most British blade shape I think you're ever going to find, is a lamb's foot, especially the Arthur Wright one. I love the sort of direct drop here as well. Beautiful sort of belt finish on the blades, nice edge all the way down. Lovely little kick on the lamb's foot, and then on the sheep's foot we have the same sort of kick as well. Hear that lock up on the open. And that's one thing I love about Arthur Wright knives. Even their more gentlemanly knives have a nice strong lockup and a nice strong action on them, which makes them real users. Overall, really excited to see some of these be released. Now, there was 10 of each available at Sharp Show, and they have all sold out. So 20 lucky people have got their hands on these. But it's just absolutely superb. Now, I can understand that people will say they see similarities to the Senator pattern, which of course is a Michael Harrison pattern as well, but none of the pins match up I've got one of the early prototypes that he very kindly gifted to me. You can see this is 3.5 inches closed, and then the blade length on these is going to be just over 2 3/4. And if I get you the early prototype, we can have a look at the first sort of iteration of that as well. So here it is. This is the Mark 1 prototype, of which there was 2. I have one and Mikey Newman has the other. And you can see Michael builds prototypes as opposed to doing drawings, which is fantastic. And you can see he wasn't quite happy with this one. It had a little upswept on the blade, as opposed to wanting the sort of the downward style cant on the one above. But it's a fully functioning knife. So this is prototype number 1, and this, I was already excited when, you know, he showed us this at Arthur Wright. Beautiful action on it, but it's just so fantastic that we're having a Sheffield maker bringing out new patterns, not just sticking to the same sort of stuff that they've been making for years and years. And this is only just the beginning. I know there is multiple patterns that they are, both Michael and Ashley are working on, and it's just going to be so exciting when they can bring these out and show us, because I'll be able to share them with you. You guys will be able to pick them up and have brand new Sheffield knives made by a Sheffield cutler at a very sort of historic building. And they're still making them at the same place, which is absolutely fantastic, using the older style machines as well. But don't just take my word for it. As soon as you see them pop up on the famous Sheffield shop, or there may potentially be some for sale on Discord in the near future. If you're not on that, in the description to my video, there is the link to join. It's sort of a knife forum chat where a load of us talk about absolute nonsense and sort of share pictures of knives. But we have had a couple of exclusive drops from Arthur Wright in there before, and hoping to get some very, very shortly. Some of which, fingers crossed, will be these barber knives, where you can grab them at a very sort of special price and enjoy some fantastic brand new Sheffield cutlery. But as always, I really hope you enjoyed my overview of the brand new Arthur Wright Sons version of the very historic barber knife. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.